Did Sami just betray Roman Reigns?
Seth Rollins, this is Bretto live on YouTube.
WWE Crown Jewel 2024 just came to a wrap, and we are about to talk about the entire show, the winners, the losers, the new Crown Jewel champions. WWE action figure setup style. Let's talk about it. Yes, my name is Bretto Live. If you guys are a WWE or WWE action figure fan, you're gonna want to subscribe. I post wrestling content every single day, so you're not gonna want to miss any of it. Shorts, mainstream videos. Feel free to check out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Opening up the show with an absolute banger of a match. It was the Bloodline versus Bloodline match. It was Roman Reigns and the Usos going up against Solo Sikoa, Jacob Batu, and Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa sat this one out, so then it could be a 3-on-3 match, a 6-man tag team match. This match was amazing. There was a really close call during this match where Roman Reigns literally got pinned if it wasn't for Jimmy Uso breaking it up. A moment that I absolutely loved in this match was when Roman Reigns was trying to call the shots. He's like, Jay, tag me in. And Jay's like, nah, I'm not doing that because that's not what I agreed to. That's not what I agreed to. Roman, you're not this leader anymore. I'm nobody's side piece. I do what I want, and we all do what we want. We're all our separate people working together as one. So Jay didn't tag in Roman Reigns. I loved that attention to detail. In the end, this match shocked the snot out of me. We saw Roman Reigns get pinned by our current tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, with a freaking Samoan spike. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, he just pinned Roman Reigns. How does that make any sense? Obviously, this is going to go all the way to War Games, which is going to be happening in Canada at the end of the month. So you got to think they're setting up for that, because after the match, it looked like the Bloodline was going to do more damage on Roman Reigns, and then here comes Sami Zayn. But the big question was, who's Sami Zayn siding with? Is he going to side with Solo? Because he was talking to him in the parking lot. Remember when Jimmy and Jay saw him? I talked about that recently in a video I filmed on the channel in the Week in Review. So Sami Zayn steps in the ring, hugs Solo Sikoa, and does an exploder suplex to him, and then gets mugged. Gets absolutely mugged. But then here comes the Usos, here comes Roman Reigns. They somehow take out the entire Bloodline, and they're left with Solo Sikoa in the center of the ring. And then from there, Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn from separate corners of the ring look to go for a Halula kick and a Superman punch at the same time, and they freaking collide because Solo Sikoa got out of the way. I was like, what on earth? What an interesting collision this was, because now Jimmy's like, whoa, did he mean to hit Roman? Did he do that on purpose? I think Sami has some explaining to do here, because he connected with the OTC's face, and he kind of dipped up out of the ring. He didn't really stand there and apologize. So Sami's got some explaining to do. Solo is a mass manipulator. What a god. What an opener match, to be honest. This was absolutely fantastic. I know there was a lot I just talked about, but dang, this was a good opening match. This Fatal 4-Way smacked. It was Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus Damage Control's Io Sky and Kairi Sane. This Fatal 4-Way match was amazing. I loved the miscommunication between Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Piper Niven thought she was going to be doing that splash to somebody else, and then she did it to Chelsea Green. That took them out of the equation, because I thought they were closing in on the victory. I thought Piper and Chelsea had it, man, but they did not. We did see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair retain their tag team championships in this Fatal 4-Way tag team match, but I gotta admit, they did get lucky. They had very close calls to losing those title belts, but you gotta think WWE is gonna do an angle here where Jade Cargill turns heel. I feel like she's been starting to take the spotlight from Bianca Belair a little bit, just a little bit, so I feel like Jade's gonna be turning heel here over Bianca, and that's how they'll eventually lose the title. But as far as this Fatal 4-Way match, I really enjoyed it. Some crazy action in this one. A match that I've been waiting for a very long time. Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Before Bronson Reed could even get in the ring, Seth Rollins attacks him running up the entrance ramp, so the match doesn't get started. They brawl all the way on ringside. I hope it's not one of those things where they don't ring the bell, right? No, they eventually got in the ring. They rang the bell. It was absolute chaos, pandemonium. We saw Seth Rollins deliver a curb stomp to Bronson Reed onto the steel stairs, and the referee didn't disqualify him. I'm like, bro, you would think that would be a disqualification, right? But it wasn't. Seth Rollins would curb stomp him on the stairs, send him back in the ring, curb stomp him on the mat, then would proceed to go to the freaking middle row, deliver a super stomp off the ropes to Bronson Reed. I was like, oh my God. So Bronson Reed had blood dripping down his face. Seth Rollins pins him 1, 2, 3. And the funny thing is, Bronson Reed had the opportunity to freaking tsunami the snot out of Seth Rollins early in this match, and he didn't take it, and it costed him because Seth Rollins beat Bronson Reed 1, 2, 3 in the center of the freaking ring. But it was pretty crazy. Bronson Reed got back on his feet after 3 stomps. One of those stomps being off the top rope and into steel stairs. Absolute chaos. I loved this match. Do I think it's over between these two? No. I think Bronson Reed's going to screw over Seth Rollins in that Fatal 4-Way match coming up on Monday Night Raw. It was our first of 2 Crown Jewel Championship matches. This match felt like a 3-on-1. I'm not going to lie. So it was Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for that Crown Jewel Women's Championship. Like the top title. It's champion versus champion, whole ordeal. We had Dominic and Raquel Rodriguez ringside. And you got to remember, Tiffany Stratton's got the Money in the Bank briefcase. She comes out, and we don't even know who she's trying to cash in on. Is she trying to cash in on Liv? Is she trying to cash in on Nia? We don't know the answer to that. Briefcase is eventually yanked from their grasps of Tiffany Stratton by Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic, who are also on ringside, and they would distract the referee, allowing for Raquel to hit Nia Jax and allowing for Liv Morgan to hit a Bolivian on Nia Jax to win the match and become first ever Women's Crown Jewel Championship. It was an awesome sight seeing Triple H raise her hand with that Crown Jewel title. That Crown Jewel belt is so huge, especially by Liv Morgan. That belt looks massive. And she also had her World Women's Championship as well. So she had 2 titles, and I guess they're not going to be carrying around these Crown Jewel Championships. They're going to be carrying around similar to like what the Super Bowl champions get, like a Super Bowl ring to represent that they were like sort of the first Crown Jewel champions. So they're going to leave the Crown Jewel Championship in Saudi Arabia, which I find very interesting. But Liv Morgan will have a big diamond ring on her finger. I guarantee it. But as far as the match, it was pretty decent, but it was like literally 4-on-1 basically on Nia Jax. But I don't really care because I don't like Nia Jax. Let's go Liv Morgan. Another match that I was very excited for. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton 1-on-1. Who was our winner? Nobody. Didn't even hear the bell ring between Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, similar to Seth Rollins earlier in the show, would attack his opponent before the bell even rang, but this time with a steel chair. Kevin Owens would start assaulting Randy Orton with this chair, right? And it would just absolutely break down on ringside. Randy Orton would fight back. He would absolutely fight back. A referee sold a Stone Cold Stunner like an absolute beast. Adam Pearce would be RKO'd by Randy Orton, which was insane. But keep in mind, Randy Orton is a SmackDown superstar. So in a way, Adam Pearce can't punish Randy Orton for this because the GM of SmackDown is Nick Aldis, and Nick Aldis wasn't touched. I wouldn't mess with Nick Aldis. He's an absolute tank of a dude. But it continued to break down between Randy and Kevin. They would brawl all the way out into the Saudi Arabian crowd where Kevin Owens would climb on top of this like balcony area, jump off of it, and deliver an elbow drop to Randy Orton through a freaking table. I was like, oh my God, we didn't get our match, but we got some insane action, and it ain't over between Kevin and Randy. It'll probably go all the way to War Games, where we hopefully will see Randy Orton turn heel on Cody Rhodes after he beats Kevin Owens. We shall see, but this was insane, and I'm not even mad that the bell never rang. And our main event of the show, it was Gunther going 1-on-1 with Cody Rhodes for the Crown Jewel Men's Championship. This match smacked. Really good stuff between these two. It's a Gunther match, so it's going to take more of like a realistic wrestling style of match, and it was really good. This was a toss-up for me. I didn't know who was going to win this match. It could have went either way, but they gave it to Cody Rhodes. I was really shocked. The ending was interesting. Cody was going for like a Cody cutter off the ropes, jumps off, Gunther catches him midair in a sleeper hold, but then Cody's able to roll him back, put both shoulders down on the mat, and pin him for a quick 1, 2, 3. Gunther was livid. He was very, very angry about that pinfall, but he pinned him. It wasn't like a knockout pin, so it doesn't really make Gunther look too bad, but he had one minor mistake, costed him the Crown Jewel Championship, and your new Crown Jewel Champion, it is Cody Rhodes, and WWE Undisputed Champion. He had both the belts, would get his hand raised by Triple H and some Saudi Arabian people, probably somehow part of the, getting the show down there in Saudi Arabia, so that was pretty cool. And then Liv Morgan would also share the ring with Cody Rhodes with her title as well, which was really, really awesome. Did anybody else love the handshake between Gunther and Cody? I thought that was so cool, because Gunther respects the sport. He may be a heel, but he respects the sport, and he respects Cody Rhodes, so he shook his hand. I thought that was so cool. It was an aggressive shake the hand, because obviously he was very pissed off, but it was a cool shake of the hand here to top off the show. Some of these Saudi shows could be kind of odd sometimes, but I thought this one was actually pretty decent. Triple H, in my opinion, knocked it out of the park. That's why I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. My favorite match was easily the Bloodline Bloodline match, you can't touch this, man. You cannot touch this cinematic storytelling of a match right here. It was fantastic. And it also consists of my favorite moment where Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns collided, leaving us with a lot of questions. That was the Crown Jewel 2024. Let me know your thoughts on this show down in the comment section down below. Mainly your favorite match and favorite moment. I'm very curious on those. And I will see you all next time. This is Bretto Live, signing out.